Because in Loomian Legacy, there's so many different places to hunt in the game. I mean, we can just look at all these areas and all these different routes in the game. There's so many Loomies we can hunt for. One of the most interesting places to hunt in this game is going to be the Goppie Pond. Because there's really no other place like the Goppie Pond, because when you fish, all you see are exclusive Goppie skins only seen in this area. I've definitely hunted in the Goppie Pond a little bit, seeing my collection here, but while hunting, I have noticed one issue that makes me a little bit upset with the Goppie Pond, which I felt like it could use its own video, and maybe in the future this could get changed, and I would like the Goppie Pond a lot more. So if you guys are excited, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get right into it. So for those who don't know, there are actually some alpha Goppies you can find in the Goppie Pond, but only 3 Goppie skins actually have alpha forms, and the only ones with alpha forms are the 3 tier 5 Goppies. These are the only ones with alpha forms. The rest of the Goppies you find to have a 0% chance of being alpha, since there's no form for it. Now my issue is not that there are alpha Goppies, because it is cool that there are super rare Goppie forms, and these alpha Goppies are some of the rarest Loomies in the game. It's just that's the issue. The only alphas that you can find are extremely rare. At first that doesn't seem like a huge issue, since there are many super rare Loomies like Gamma Roamings and stuff. Those are extremely rare. But the issue is these super rare Goppie forms are the only Loomians in the Goppie Pond that are affected by Gleam Boost. These alpha Goppies with the Gleaming Boost, Gleaming Charm, and the Fishing Bonus are a 1 of 79,000 chance. So most of us would agree that getting this Gleaming Goppie would probably be impossible for most players in the game. But a lot of people still like to have their Gleam Charm and Gleam Boost on for most routes in the game, because you can find normal alphas and normal gammas and roamers and stuff, since those things are actually things that normal players can achieve with enough grinding. With the Goppie Pond, of course, those aren't here. It's just the alpha Goppies that are affected by the boosts. And this is where the issue lies in, is that if you're using boosts in the Goppie Pond, like 99.9% of the time, you're just wasting that boost, because the only thing that you can find is a nearly a 1 of 80,000 chance. So you could probably spend 100 Gleam boosts in the Goppie Pond and you would not find an alpha Goppie, just because of that's how rare they are. And for those who don't know, that's over 1,500 Robux, and that's just an estimate of how much boost it could take. It could probably take a lot more boosts. You could take like 200, 300 boosts and still not find one. Like, that's just thousands of Robux that you could be wasting. Now you could say, oh Colby, but while you're doing this, you are probably finding some tier 5 Goppies and probably even some Radiant Goppies as well, so it's not like you're totally losing out. But you don't need boosts to get those at all. Like, as long as you have the Bobbin's Bait Game Pass, you can find like Radiant tier 5 Goppies without spending anything. Of course it would take a while, but you don't have to spend anything to do that. But when you're hunting in any other place, if you're trying to find like normal alphas and normal gammas, you will want those boosts on to get those a lot quicker. Most of the time you're not wasting any of your boosts in normal places, because you're getting a lot of gammas from it that you probably would not get normally. So whenever I hunt in the Goppie Pond, this like raises a huge predicament with me. Should I use my boost token in the Goppie Pond or not? Because of course I do like collecting all these Goppies, that's why I'm hunting here in the first place. But sometimes I wonder if it's even worth hunting here at all, since I'm not having the best luck to get the rare things here. Because without using the boost tokens, the alpha Goppies are probably like a 1 of a million chance or something, compared to the 1 of 79,000. So I will have to get an alpha tier 5 Goppie in the future, but I don't know if it's worth wasting hundreds of boost tokens to try to get, you know? So what could they do to potentially fix this problem? For one, if they wanted to, they could make everyone have the same odds to get alpha Goppies without even using the boost, since they're still so rare even if you do use the boost, so it's not like it would affect a whole lot. But what I think would be a lot cooler is that if they started giving alphas to lower tiered Goppies. I think it'd be really cool if you could see some alpha tier 3 Goppies. That'd be especially cool for people that do not have the Bobbin's Bait Game Pass. And if you have boosts on, every tier 5 Goppie you find has a 1 of 51 chance to be alpha. So if tier 3 Goppies also had the same odds to be alpha, it'd be a 1 of 1,581 chance to find an alpha tier 3 Goppie in the wild if you have Gleam Boost and Charm. Now this is super good odds in my opinion for finding a tier 3 Goppie, and I would definitely start using boosts at all times in the Goppie Pond if they did add alpha tier 3 Goppie. This is 100% how I would fix the Goppie Pond in my opinion, because this would actually be the same odds as finding a normal tier 5 Goppie in the wild if you have the Bobbin's Bait Game Pass. And the best part is there's only 3 tier 3 Goppies in this game, so all they'd have to do is make 3 new Goppie forms. And of course they'd also do air Pyco forms as well, but it would assumably not take as much time at all to make the Goppie Pond a lot better, at least in my opinion, and this would give a ton of people a lot more reason to use boosts in the Goppie Pond. And now if they really wanted to, they could also make alpha tier 4 Goppies in this game. There are a lot more tier 4 Goppies. There are 13 of them actually, so I'm not too sure if they would make alpha forms for all of them. But if they did that alpha tier 4 Goppies, they would be a 1 of 7,556 chance in the wild if you had the Gleam Charmin boost. Now, this is still pretty rare, and if they did not add tier 3 alphas and did add tier 4 alphas, I'd still be a little bit hesitant of using boosts in the Goppie Pond, and these are still pretty crazy odds, and it would probably take dozens of boosts to find this. But it would be a lot better than only having tier 5 copies, in my opinion at least. I think it would be perfect if every single Goppie in the Goppie Pond had alpha forms, but you know, I don't think they're gonna do that since there's probably a reason they only did 3 alpha Goppies, since there's just so many of them. But hey, if they added alpha tier 3 Goppies, that's all I'm asking. Yeah, guys, let me know in the comments what you think they should do to fix the Goppie Pond, since I gave my reasoning. And let me know if you actually do a hunt in the Goppie Pond. Do you use boosts or not? Because if you do use boosts, you do have that chance of getting that super rare one of the alpha tier 5 Goppies, but you're also potentially wasting hundreds of boosts, so it's a little risky. But yeah, guys, that's about all I gotta say to this video, so I'm gonna end it off here. So until next time, goodbye.